So this is gonna be an actual educational stream, everybody. So I've been kind of talking about this everywhere on my channel recently, but do you guys know that I'm a voice actor, by the way? Well, like, I do voiceovers and stuff. Like, I do voice acting and I do voiceovers, like, for a living. A lot of people, for some reason, like, think I'm a full-time YouTuber. I'm not, because I obviously don't do YouTube every day, right? If you make it like a full-time thing, you have to do it every day. And yeah, so I do voice acting and voiceovers and stuff. And I think it's because like you are not Japanese and you are not in Japan. But if you are Japanese, 日本人の方今います？日本人の方いたら多分一回は聞いたことあるんですよ。多分。日本人の方で YouTube 見たことある人。So like if there are any Japanese people who are living in Japan and who've been kind of watching Japanese stuff, you probably might have like heard my voice somewhere before. Maybe. I'm guessing. And so there's this one thing called SAIKO no SUTOKA. I actually think how they spelled it was kind of hilarious. But do you guys know about the thing, by the way, SAIKO no SUTOKA? Like this thing. Do you guys know about this? This is like how they spell it. SAIKO no SUTOKA. Which I think is actually hilarious as a guy who speaks Japanese. And thank you, Riser Steak, thank you. So, some people probably like have heard of it, and some people know. And yeah, so I kind of mentioned it once before, but like no, I'm gonna talk about something different this time. So, a viewer, like one viewer of my channel, randomly told me like, so he was like, hey Sora, did you voice this anime called SAIKO no SUTOKA? And I was like, what? And thank you so much for the donation, Lemon Jongi. American men with small peepees get big cars typically. Huge pickup trucks to compensate. Since you have a small car, does that mean you actually... Do you really want to see my peepee? So yeah, I'm gonna just prove it, so I'm gonna get banned. 3, 2, 1, go! And Eric, Darty Scream Slayer. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you so much. And so there's this thing called SAIKO no SUTOKA. I think SAIKO no SUTOKA is like probably how I'm supposed to like say it. It's like a scary horror game, right? Where the theme is like, you're a character that's loved by this one girl, like this one yandere girl, to the point she wants to kill you. And it freaking just came up first. God damn it. I'm gonna just watch this one later, because like this was actually well made. Like I was not even gonna do a stream about this, but like this video randomly got recommended to me the other day, like a week ago, and I just like found this video myself, and I was like, I don't remember doing freaking voices for this video, and I freaking played 3 characters without me knowing about this, and I was like, what the and so SAIKO no SUTOKA is like it's a scary game, like where you run away from this girl, basically this. YouTube is stalking you. Yeah, I mean, so you basically play as like this character, and this girl loves you, right? And thank you, スーツさん。こんにちは。ソラ先生は学校の先生だったんですか？いや、いわゆる英会話です。英会話の先生。だから自分、教員免許持ってないんですよ。教員免許持ってないけど、その、大学卒業した時に、就活って大して何もしてなくて、なんとかなるっしょって思ってたんですよね、当時。まあ8年前かも、これから。で、なんとかなるっしょって思って、生活したらなんともなんなくて、やべえって思って、自分を雇ってくれるのがもう先生、英語のなんか英会話塾しかなかったんで、そこに行ったらそこで6年ぐらい働く羽目になったっていう まあそういうあれでございます。And it's this game, and you basically just ran away from this girl, and this girl like loves you so much to the point like where she wants to kill you, right? And this game actually blew up like everywhere, as far as I know, like last year. No, I mean in 2020. And hey, I'm gonna switch perspective. We can't see it. What do you mean? 塾講師だったんですか？なるほど。塾講師、まあそうっす。なんか英語の英会話の先生みたいなやつ。まあ塾講師なんのか。多分あれ的には。And so this game blew up, right? And this guy, and I'm pretty sure like this guy works for. Are you gonna play the game? No, I'm not gonna play the game. It's actually anime, by the way. So this one guy made like anime based on the game, and this guy, I'm pretty sure like he works for the guy who made the game. Like he works with the guy probably, and this is it. And I watched it the other day, and it was actually really, really well made, to the point where I felt like I have to share this with like everybody on my channel. I wasn't gonna really do a stream about this, but yeah, I had to. So I'm gonna actually show you guys the unspoken part of like being a voice actor. I'm gonna just like show you guys the reality of like what being a voice actor is like, and I'm pretty sure like it's a lot different from like what you guys think how it is to work as a voice actor, because it's like entirely different. And so let's go. To give you guys some context about this, I didn't know what my voices were even like used for. So how it works is like I get a script, right? And it literally says like this. So like it says like I get scripts in English usually, and I sometimes like just translate the script myself into Japanese and just like I do voices in Japanese, or the script is like already translated into Japanese and I just read it in Japanese. But in this case, I got the script in English and I translated everything into English by just looking at the sentences without seeing the actual video or anything. So it was tough. I had to actually guess what the context was. It was like freaking really, really tough. And I watched it and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And here it is. 時間がない。早く行かないと。このパン持ってくか。さて、行くぞ。Honestly, from what I've heard from other voice actors, they don't always explain the roles or the context. It depends. It really depends. Some companies do explain. Some companies actually give you like some hardcore details to the point like where we don't even like need any details. Sounds like a typical sort of voice. You say that, right? But a lot of, again, I voiced 3 characters in this thing, and I want you guys to just spot my voices in this thing, because like people think I voiced only one thing actually. No, I voiced like 3 characters. Cringe warning. No, it's actually not cringy, because like it's not my work, and the guy who did it was, yeah, he's actually good at like what he does. So if you want cringy stuff, no, this is not cringy. It's like some typical anime actually. If you feel like my voice is cringy, then it's... So having no idea is not all that uncommon. Depends on like who you are as a voice actor, and like what kind of project you work for. It really depends. また学校に遅刻した。俺の名前はアキラだ。箱ヶ谷という小さな町に住んでいる。俺の両親だけど、実は両親のことはよく知らない。お父さんは You say your voice is very noticeable, right? But let's see. 外国人だったけど、俺が生まれた時に家を出て行って、お母さんは病気で俺が7歳の時に亡くなってしまった。
山田君は節約している。
The ad was just so perfect. What the? Alonso Nichan, thank you. Not cringy, but generic anime. Lmao.
どうした
Yeah. Episode. So this is like episode 2, by the way. So I think this kind of looks like one of those. Never mind. Let's just watch it.
お母さんが病気だったから代わりにおばさんが俺の世話をしてくれて、お母さんが
Should I make it?
亡くなった後はおばさんが母親の代わりをしてくれた。おばさんの夫であるおじさんは俺に対してかなり厳しい人だ。時々めんどくさいって思うことすらある。おじさんは成功してるビジネスマンだ。おばさんは俺が俺の父親に似てると思っているようだけど、俺は父親のことを許せないと思ってる。まあ父親のことなんてどうでもいいし、地獄に落ちればいいと思ってる。
日本人の人すいません。これ後から気づいたんですけど、これ地獄に落ちればいいと思ってるみたいな謎な言い方してますよね、僕。これ本当にすいませんでした。これマジで、これ後で聞いて、あ、地獄に落ちればいいと思ってる。俺なんか何人やねんこれみたいな。後々気づきました。本当申し訳ないですっていう日本人に対する謝罪をしておきます。正しいあれは地獄に落ちるでございます。
俺は至って普通の生活を送ってる。見ての通り目立ってしまうけども。
いや本当それ後で気づいたんですよ、マジで。これ本当に気づかなかった、マジで。
それはいいことでもあるんだけど、そうでもない時もある。そんな時にシンジが助けてくれる。今まで世話になりすぎてシンジなしではどうなってるか想像もできやしない。子供の頃からいつも俺の味方で、女性にもモテるみたいだし、兄がヤクザってこともあってシンジをからかうやつなどいない。まあこれについてはあまり話さないでおくか。ようアキラ。
This is where I freaking talk to myself, right? So the unspoken part about like being a voice actor is like, so when the budget is kind of low, usually one voice actor freaking has to like voice either everybody in the anime or like 3 characters. Like it's usually 3 or 4. Yeah, I know. So what we do is here, so we kind of try to use different voice tones, right? What we do is here, we use like a high-pitched voice, like "Ya Akira," and we use like our normal voice, like "Ya Akira," and we use like a low-pitched voice, like "Ya Akira." Like that's what we do. So we can apply 3 different roles in one anime, basically. This is what I kind of did without trying to really make my voice like that low-pitched, because they are freaking high school students. Like there are no high school students like who freaking sound like "Yo Akira, どうしたんだ?" I wanted to do it though. I wanted to do it, but he's freaking like supposed to be 16 or something. So I was like, God damn it. But yeah, so this is like the funniest part. It's where I talk to myself like using freaking, yeah.
やあシンジ。
You can say that, right? And those 2 voices, but like freaking the low-pitched voice doesn't even match the guy, and I was like, holy hell! And I didn't know about this until recently. So Jojo is just a joke to you. I mean, Jotaro's freaking like, he's like 7 feet tall, so I mean.
待たせたな。昨日寝れなかったんだ。知ってるさ。俺があげたゲームでもやってたんだろ。いや、そうじゃなくてアニメを見てたんだ。ああ、エロアニメか。ははは、冗談だよ。橋本ちゃんのこと覚えてるか？橋本ちゃん、それがどうしたんだ？
Like that part, like I go like, 橋本ちゃん、それがどうしたんだ? And then, 橋本ちゃんのこと覚えてるか? He sounded like a weeb. I mean, how can I be a weeb like when I'm Japanese?
昨日橋本ちゃんの家に行ったんだ。マジで？ 宿題も手伝ってくれたさ。宿題なんてあったっけ？まったく。先生、何回も言ってたじゃないか。
いつものスキット感はね、それ自分で見て思いましたよ、マジで。これあれどっかで見たことあると思って。
そうだ、今思い出した。くそー。気にすんな。お前には関係ないもんな。あーくそー、死んだ。死とは呼吸が止まった時のことを言う。だから生き続けるためには呼吸を止めない。一体何を言ってるんだ。なんか心配になってきたんだけど、俺が言いたいのはそれだ。
これね、日本人の方に言うとね、ここ翻訳どうすればいいのか分かんなかったんですよね。あれこれ翻訳どうすればいいんだろうみたいな。これ分かんなくて正直。で、よくよく見たら、今でも分かりません。
何も心配することなんてないさ。何してるんだ？宿題をコピーするんだよ。それ、うまくいかないと思うけど、友達だろ。何も心配するな。
友達だろ。何も心配するな。
そうだね。で、あの変なやつに会ったんだろ？ああ、お前につきまとってた。あの髪が赤くて、メガネをかけたあいつか。俺が世話しといてやったさ。何をしたんだ？ほら、それはな。
Yeah, I know everybody's saying like, yeah, this reminds me of like, oh, you're a skit like that you do on your channel and whatever. Yeah, right. That's what I thought exactly too. I was like, damn.
一体何をしたんだ？近寄るなって伝えといただけさ。あいつ変だったからな。それもとんでもないレベルで。どういう意味だ？質問攻めか、アキラ。それはともかく早く教室に行こうぜ。
The Japanese ass. And so, what voices did you do in that scene? What do you mean? Wait. I'm curious. What voices did you do in that scene? What do you mean? I'm curious. I'm actually curious. The girl character, no, I didn't. But there's like one more character I did myself, right? So. Damn, you deleted your message here, but like your question was actually really interesting because why do I sound different? Well, like why does it like kind of look different when it's like when my voices are used in a different like video, right? There are reasons. So like first, scripts are like the most important stuff. Like when it comes down to like making stuff, like including anime skits and whatever, how we speak is like not really that important because like things. Yeah, if I have to like talk about it, I freaking need like 3 hours, or, like even more than that. But yeah, it's how it is. Doesn't the company pitch your voice too? Some do, but I usually just tell them to not do it because like it usually ends up like freaking sounding like a robot, and I don't really think it's natural that way. So I usually just like try to do it myself. Routine before voice acting. I drink a lot of water. Markiplier, he played this too, I think.
俺の好きな女の子といえば彼女しかいない。彼女の名前は市川由衣だ。勇気を出して声をかけに行けたらいいんだけど。
勇気を出して声をかけに行けたらいいんだけど。I'm sorry. Is this a movie or a game? It's a game, and it blew up like in 2020, and then yeah, so since like it got so much attention, like they are working on this anime thing as well. So are you on Twitch? No. I don't do like any other stuff. Like the only thing I do is YouTube. People told me to like do Instagram, Twitter, whatever, but no, I'm not really interested in any of them. So. Are they just the cutscenes? No, it's like an entire just, you know, anime series. It's just one episode.
それにシンジはプレイボーイで彼女なんてたくさんいる。
And I didn't know what song that was and what is it? It's a meme, right? They made me sing it and Super Idol whatever. It's this one, right?
よしってわけにいかないと。それにシンジはプレイボーイで
I didn't know what that was. Like seriously. So they just told me to do that and I was like, okay. And I did that. Super Idol the okay, so it's a meme, okay. Can you also voice female characters? I usually say no. Cause yeah, I can't and I usually sound stupid. Okay, so okay, it's a meme. You are not missing anything on the social media sites, just places. Yeah, so in my case, I mean I have YouTube and I kinda wanna do everything on YouTube cause like doing things on different websites is I feel like it's just a pain in the neck and I don't really think it's worth it for me. Are you gay? If you think I'm gay, I'm gay.
彼女なんてたくさんいるし、シンジには市川さんに近づいてほしくないしな。シンジは親友だけど関わらせない方がいいこともある。
へへへ。へへへ。Who freaking sounds like that though? They are like high school students.
何するんだよ。まあ取ってこいよ。
何するんだよ。まあ取ってこいよ。So yeah. Think about, so like I want you guys to freaking just imagine me doing it in my soundproof, like trying to act two different characters like myself, like 何するんだよ。取ってこいよ。Like you know how awkward it is. Hey Sora, does becoming a voice actor really hard? It's not really hard. No, it's not really hard. And it's if so after all, like you have to know that you are doing a business, right? So it's not that becoming a voice actor is hard. It's what's hard is like how to promote yourself. So I really don't want to talk about this myself, but like doing YouTube and being a voice actor and whatever you do, it's just all like business. Like if you know how to run things, then you'll do great. So if I just were to become a voice actor in Japan, saying something like, oh, I want to be a voice actor, I want to voice anime and whatever, like, I know I'm not gonna do well. Like, I know, like, I wouldn't even freaking be able to do anything in Japan, because, like, there are so many voice actors in Japan, right? 日本語に翻訳するとき時間はものによりますが、ものによる、本当にものによる。長いと本当長いし。But if you know how to promote yourself like really well, then you can probably be really popular in the industry, depending on like how you do it. And thank you, Amnesty Antoinette. My voice is too distinct. I would never make it as a voice actor. Do you like each track character separately? It depends on like what it is. Like in this case, in this one, I think I just recorded Akira, the main character's voice, like separately first, and then after that I recorded like this guy's voice, because like it was just way too confusing, because like they are both high schoolers and they are both like freaking you know, kind of similar. And are you known as Sora or Kiyomi? I don't really use Kiyomi for like voice acting things. I sometimes do, but I think I'm known for, I kind of tell them to not give me a credit for whatever I do, because I don't really care, honestly. So so if you know how to promote yourself as a voice actor, you can do well. Like in my case, I decided to do, so in my case I already knew how to edit, like, you know, my voice clips, and I knew how to mix whatever, because I used to just be in a band and I make music and whatever. So what I decided to do was this. So my strategy was I basically said, I'm a Japanese guy who speaks English and Japanese, so if you want to also hire a translator, I can do it. And at the same time, I used to work as a audio engineer, which I kind of did for like a week. So I know how to provide quality sound files, and at the same time, I have a recording studio at my house, so I can deliver the files to you within a day and whatever. It's kind of like what I kind of say. So, and if you like look at the voice acting industry outside of Japan, there aren't a lot of Japanese people like who do voice acting for the people outside of Japan. Like there's like seriously none. Like there are only like 4 or 5 people who can do that. Japanese people do voice acting for Japanese people. So like, you know, it's basically what it's called a red ocean. Like there's just like so much supply for it when there's like not much demand for it. There was like, yeah. So I forgot what I was saying. Was it hard to become a voice actor? I mean, again, like if you just like want to be a voice actor, it's like it's what we call a red ocean, like blue ocean, red ocean. So blue ocean's like when there's like a high demand, but like, you know, there's no supply for it. And red ocean's like when there are freaking like so many people like doing the same thing, and like there's no like place for you to even jump in. Like that's what that is. And so what I'm saying is like the whole concept of like this red ocean, blue ocean thing is like so important. You have to like find this one place where nobody's at, then you might be able to do something about it. And that's kind of what I did with like the whole like voice acting thing. And same for YouTube actually, because like for YouTube actually, I don't really think there are a lot of Japanese people who do things out for people outside of Japan where they do cringy stuff, or like where they do like anime stuff. Like I still don't think there are any people who are like that. Plus, you know, doing some voice acting stuff. So 日本の声優業界はそれもそうなんですけど、まず仲介業者がめっちゃお金取るんですよ。例えばじゃあすごい簡単に言って1時間でじゃあ5000円の仕事があるとして半分以上取りますからね。そういうの取ると自分みたいに全部マネジメントすると5000円の仕事来たとしてそのまま5000円入ってくるからっていう。And Frank Ultimate, thank you so much for the donation. Let me actually watch this now. How much you invest on your studio equipment? $5,000? 5,000. 6,000? Yeah, the donation box. Yeah, I have to do this. Yeah.
お願いしますわ。お前。
ご教室に来なさい。
これ日本人の人聞いたら面白いですよねこれ。校長室に来なさいどこかなみたいな。でもこれ日本人の方に分かりやすく言うとこれ自分以外の人はみんなインドネシアの人らしくまあそれは校長室になるよなみたいな。So yeah.
しますわ。
So that part, what I was saying was this one line, right?
お前。
ご教室に来なさい。
So meet me at the principal's office, right? It's 校長室に来なさい is like how you say it like in Japanese, but like this lady, by the way, is I think she is like Indonesian or something, and 校長室に来なさい is like what she said, and it really sounded like 校長室ってなんだろう I don't know what that is actually, but yeah, that. So what you were saying is there aren't a lot of Japanese people who cater specifically to weebs all around the world. So, well, ソラさん以外日本人じゃない人が日本語で声優やってんのこれで OK 出るの意味不明すぎる。これのそうじゃあこれから言うとこのアニメをこれ面白い現象なんですけどこのアニメって日本人に向けて作られてないから日本語適当でいいっていうのがこれなんですよ。よくあるんですけどこれが日本人に向けられてるんだったらまずディレクターがこれダメって言うんですよね。けど日本人に向けられてないから日本人以外の人が聞いたらお日本語ですげえってなるから通るんですよこれで。これ日本でもそうなんですけど日本でもよくそのアニメとか映画とかでアメリカ人の役の人が英語喋ってたりするけど実はアメリカの人じゃないっていうのよくあるんですよね。例えばイギリスっていう設定なのに出身が本当はオーストラリアの人とかそういうのすごいあるんですよ。だからその媒体が何に 使われてるのかっていうのを見ると、これめちゃくちゃ面白くて、例えば海外の映画とか見てて、日本人の役で出てる人って大体中国人と韓国人ですよね、大体あれって。そんな感じで、まあなんとなく分かればいいっしょっていうあるんですよ、検問が。それがそこのやつ。これもこのアニメでよくある。で、ちなみにこれ業界だとすごいよくある話ですね。よくある YouTube の広告とかで、日本語不自然な YouTube の広告とかってあるじゃないですか。あれもちゃんと理由があって、あれって結局、日本語適当でも、話題性を狙えればいいんですよ、あれって。だから、いかに分かりやすく伝えるかとかじゃなくて、いかに話題性が取れればいいかってとこに彼ら重点を置いているので、取りやすいっていうのがあって、そういうのがあるんですよね。And this one, so what you were saying is there aren't a lot of Japanese people who cater specifically to weebs at all around the world. There are some people, and yeah, the number of people, Japanese people who do that is increasing recently, right? If you guys like haven't noticed it yet, you know, is it just only me who kind of started noticing that there are like suddenly a lot of Japanese people like who are teaching Japanese on YouTube? Wait, is it just only me who kind of started noticing this trend recently? Is it only me, or like am I being stupid? It's not. Yeah. So again, like 2 years ago, in 2020, I don't really think there were so many like YouTube channels where people taught Japanese though. It's recent. Yeah, I think it's like a recent thing. No? Back then, there weren't a lot of like Japanese people like doing like channels for English speaking people. Like so Japanese people used to just make videos for Japanese people. Like that's just how it went. And suddenly we started seeing like a Japanese people teaching English. It's kind of interesting. They started like introducing Japanese culture in the like they also started teaching English. I mean not English but Japanese to the people outside of Japan, right? So I don't really think it started in 2018. It kind of started in 2020. That Japanese man youth, I think he's like one of the first people who was kind of doing it. And then I think there are a lot of like people suddenly who started doing it too. So yeah, I just noticed it recently. So what I mean is like I don't really know if there aren't a lot of people who cater specifically to weebs, but what I can say is the whole industry, it's still a blue ocean. Like there's so much to do about it. So if I wanted to actually do a business like for weebs, and actually like profit, like make some profit, I would yeah, I can actually come up with like a lot of things. So because like there are a lot of things like Weeb One, right, from Japan, but Japanese people are not like offering like anything for the weebs. So like for example, let's see. There are a lot of like things weebs want from Japan, and voice hentai. I've done that before. Yeah. Do you like Japanese ammo with Misa? I don't know who the person is, so I'm sorry, but just produce a series and print a lot of file folders. That's actually one of the things too. And do people actually learn Japanese because of a YouTube video? Because I don't really think it would work. So it's basically the process is this, right? People first they think like, oh, I want to learn Japanese, I want to do something, and then they search like Japanese learning and whatever, like here, right, on the search bar. And then they find YouTube channels and they just kind of learn Japanese based on like the channels, which I think is actually a great idea because YouTube is basically like a library. It's like where you can learn anything, and it's really not impactful, but like it's really effective. So if you want to learn Japanese and if you don't know like what to do first, then yeah, it's really effective. So and what was I talking about? It's because of COVID, because they can't travel. I don't know if COVID has anything to do with like the whole demand, but because this like a demand for like Japan has been there since 2005, actually, I think. I understand what you mean. They try to open themselves up for global, but they didn't especially do that for weebs. What? It's really easy to find fake Japanese learning videos and not realize if. So here, I actually wanted to make a video about this, right? So there are a lot of like so most of the channels are really legit. Like, so if you see a channel run by a Japanese person, and if you see a channel where a Japanese person teaches like Japanese, it's usually legit. It's 100% legit, because like, I mean, they cannot really, yeah, you know, F up, right? But いや、これこそほんとそれマジでそれ but if you see a channel where a person claims to be like half Japanese or something, and if the person teaches Japanese, but if they teach something like hello, nice to meet you, stuff like that, then it's usually fake. Like 90% of the time. Like, it's usually fake. I mean, it's actually hilarious though. It's kind of like my favorite kind of comedy, and Filthy Frank もうなんか違う気がするんだよな、でも。And thank you, S. Japan was trendy back in mid-2000s. Then Korea Boost took over for like a decade and a half, and now it's swinging back to Japan again, it seems. It's been the same. It's like the whole like religion is now divided into like two different things. Like, you know, K-pop fans and anime fans, like two different things. So, yeah. But yeah, let me just watch this one.
デートに最適な場所じゃないけどな。ま、いいか。
I use Duolingo Japanese. That's something you would recommend. I mean, if you think that's effective in there. But, so this is what I've been saying like everywhere on my stream, right? But if you wanted to learn Japanese, like before freaking buying textbooks and before subbing to whatever like Japanese learning website, like, you know, they are, you have to find a reason to actually learn Japanese like first, right? So is it like, do you work at Japanese companies, or like do you have Japanese friends? Like, why do you want to learn Japanese, right? So you somehow have to find a way to use Japanese in your life, like before anything. And this is what I usually say: find Japanese friends, like before anything. Like, just make Japanese friends and go like, oh my gosh, I speak Japanese desu. How? That simping work as a good reason to speak Japanese. It works really, really well. I've met a lot of like people in Japan who came to Japan because like they wanted to learn Japanese and Japanese culture and whatever. And I met this American guy who came to Japan without knowing any Japanese, and he didn't like anime and whatever, but he came to Japan because like he was interested in like Japanese history and stuff. And he basically met this girl and he started simping for her, and boom, he became fluent in Japanese, like, you know, 2 years later. So it's a thing. If you wanted to be fluent in whatever language, then just simp for whatever person who speaks the language you want to speak. And thank you, Alan Dutra. Do you watch Miraculous Ladybug? I don't know what that is. I don't. I think it's so much for the donation. Simp for Sora is like the worst thing ever, because I mean, so first, Sora the troll, like this guy's cringy as hell, right? And second, I really don't think like this guy's simpable, like from any perspective. I mean, it's like you're simping for freaking Mickey Mouse. Like, I don't know, you were just simping for a meme, like at this point. Like, I don't really think there's a point. You know what I mean? Like, what you are, so if there are any actual simps, like what's happening is literally you are simping for an literal poop, like, oh, Sora-sama, like, you know what I mean though? Like, it's, you are literally simping for poop and Mickey Mouse, like, that's just what it feels like to me. Simping for cringe is cool. If you think, yeah, that's cool, then yeah, well, it's whatever. I mean, right. Right. It's fine. And what is it? No, it's not. There's nothing weird about speaking another language outside the original country. Yeah, that's like 100% true, because like, again, like, I know English and Japanese, right? I basically learned English without actually learning it in Japan. Which, I mean, is like, so I've never left my country. I've never lived in any English-speaking countries or anything. Then why do I speak English? Because I cannot learn English in Japan. And in Japan, English is like something we don't speak in Japan, right? But I kind of have been speaking the language with my friends because that's just how it's been since I was like 12 or 7. So it's not weird, it's actually a thing. And yeah, you can do that. And that's actually the best way to like learn languages for sure. So you legitimately have fans, dude. I know. Having fans and having simps, like, those two things are different, though. Having fans, it's fine, because, I mean, you can say, I'm a fan of Mickey Mouse. Yeah, right. It's fine, right? And you can say, like, I'm a fan of this poop, because this poop is amazing. Yeah, you can say that. Like, it's completely fine. But, I don't know. So, you know, you can be a fan of Mickey Mouse, but I don't really think you can be a simp for Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? I really think Sword Troll was cringy as hell, and he's basically a meme, and I really don't think it's worth simping for Sword Troll. So, I don't know. 毎朝うんこの神様に祈りましょう。祈ろうかな、本当に。How much money for you to comb your hair? $1. What's his Twitch name? I don't do Twitch, no. Nice ads. Are you gonna have any upcoming voice acting works we can look forward to? I do voice stuff like almost every day, and I don't know if I can talk about this, but this one company actually offered me to be a director, and also like they offered me to be a voice actor for like this thing, and I rejected it because I was like, it's a pain in the neck. In Japanese, めんどくせえ. So I'm really sorry if you're watching this, that one company. I'm not gonna say what company like your name like you're from, but I'm really sorry. I really felt like it was a pain in the neck to like do all the work because it was just way too much, and I'm really sorry. 本当に日本語で言うと、あ、めんどくせえって思っちゃいました。本当申し訳ないです。本当すみません。I'm really sorry, but like, yeah, it was. Dude, I know, but like, so here's the thing. They offered me to be a director and a voice actor and whatever, right? Basically, that means they wanted to freaking throw like all the responsibility thing at me, and they basically wanted me to do everything about this one specific project like they were working on, and they just wanted me to freaking be in charge of everything. And I was like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it when I don't know what the project is even about? And I was like, a pain in the neck, and I just declined it. What the fuck? More work, not enough extra money. Money was actually great. It was actually great. Wait.日本の人なので言いますけど、日本の会社だったんですよ。やっぱり案の定。 日本の会社だったんですよ。そう、海外の会社ってなんか俺らがやるよっての多いんですよね。確かに。まあ国によるんですけどね、どの会社って結局。でも日本の会社、そう、それ、本当に日本の会社だったんですよ。マジで。で、なんか、これをやって、お願いします。もう全部やってください。俺全部やるのみたいな。俺がやっていいのかよ、むしろみたいな。でも確かに給料は良かった。なんか1時間で1万2000円とかなんで、時給に換算すると。良かったんですけど、いや、俺別に仕事困ってないしなっていうのと、別にそんなお金欲しくないなっていうので、断りました。すいません。I have a question, everybody. でも本来はソラさんを採用した人が最終的に取るべきですけどね。それなんですけど、だからそのディレクターを、ディレクターとして自分を雇うのはおかしい気がするんだよなと思って。ディレクターって、あれ結局、管理者みたいなもんじゃないですか。それをやる人って結局内部の人ですよね。こんな外部の人をいきなり雇って、はい、ディレクターお願いしますって相当勇気ある行動してんなって思って、やばい匂いしたんで、すんませんっつって、ちょっと断っちゃったっていう。大丈夫だよ。I have a question, everybody. 傘の調子悪いんじゃない？ Do girls really sound like this? 超怪しいですね。怪しいっていうか、そんな俺に責任任していいんだみたいな。Yes. In the bed. Some, sure. Really? Some VTubers do. VTubers are VTubers though. I mean, VTubers sound like anything. They sound like, and I don't really think they actually sound like that in real life. VTubers are like VTubers. Like they are different people. You know what I mean? Sounded like a hiccup. I only do that in bed. But Wolfeach in real life sounds like it. Yeah, there are some people who sound like that too. I know about it. But VTubers are real. Yeah, I mean, they are real. But what I mean is like they don't like live in the real life world. They live in the virtual world. So, and what I'm talking about here is like people in like real life is what I mean. They are in the virtual. They are in the virtual world, right? So it's mostly acting. It's to be cute, yeah. Try asking Rin for Rin-san. Yeah, that's actually a great. Wait, is Rin-san even online? Wait, where's my phone? Yo, wait. That's actually a great question. 女じゃないけど投票したわ。Wait. Is Rin-san online? God damn it, she's freaking offline. God damn it. Okay, so some girls sound like that. Okay, interesting. 大丈夫だよ。これ使っていいからさ。
でもあなたはどうなの？
でもあなたはどうなのWhen girls do that, they are totally into you, right? Or like you might just being stupid. When girls do it, like when they're into you, like 100%, right? でもあなたはどうなの誇張、いや、誇張も何も、本当に、いや、no, like, this is like what literally the girl did, right? And when girls do stuff like that, like, they are into you, right?
でもあなたはどうなの？
See? でもあなたはどうなの Like, they are in, like, they have to be into you when, like, girls do that. Overreacted. No, it's, so, the thing about it is like there's a difference between like exaggeration and the actual Woo! You win. At that high pitch only with Papi is working. ソラさん VTuber のことがあったんですか？学校でこんな喋り方しないでですか？ Yeah, right. So again, she's a high school student and why is her hair freaking Thank you. I like how a guy who isn't popular with girls at all can confidently say that there are no girls that
You really are good at roasting. You remind me of my friend Sen. When girls do that, they are into you 100%. 100%. Yeah, right? Right? No, what you were saying is right. So here, my cousin sounds like that when she talks to her boyfriend. Yeah, like that's like what they do when they are into you, right? So yeah, so here's like what actually happened. It was like all his imagination. 市川辞めるヤンデレに殺される。ヤンデレの彼女はですね、市川さんには興味ないので。Do you want to come with me? って行くのかちょっと待ってそれ見たい。Do you want to come with me? とは言ってないのかなんだ。そう。Yeah, so he was like, do you want to come with me? Like, he was saying that in the comments. I was like, what? And thank you, Blaze. Shouldn't you know this stuff from your last day? So, the thing about it is like, I asked you this question like so many times before, but like, do I really look like a guy who goes out with like a lot of girls though? I'm actually curious. No, I mean, so I think I talked about this before. I don't really. And I really don't know why some people think I'm a player. So the thing about it is like, this is what I get in Japan as well. Hiroki does it. He does. He actually does. He freaking does. He does. Who said anything about going out with a girl? So somebody just said that in the comments. So basically, I never really go out with a girl. I go out with my like mama a lot though. And I'm telling you, it's the host club hair that makes people think you are swimming in. Yeah, that too. But I don't have like much experience, basically. You wouldn't know what a girl is, even if she shoved her boobs in your face. Why are you saying I'm gay? Even if you were gay, accepting Sora. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wait. We all know you are pretty popular around guys. Yeah, I think so too. Oh. 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 この傘見つけたんだけど、ひょっとして困ってる？この傘見つけたんだけど、ひょっとして困ってる？ Stop being humble. I'm not being humble. Like legit, ask my friends.
嬉しいよ。でも大丈夫。
大丈夫だよ。俺のはカバンの中にあるから。
そうですか。ありがとう。そう。ありがとう。
Do Japanese act like this? Do Japanese act like this? Do Japanese act like this? Yeah, we act like this, and I'm half joking, but like I'm half serious. So, yeah, let me actually talk about this, cause like this is half true. So here. Ready? This is kind of true though. Isn't it actually like this outside of Japan? Wait.
And Amnesty Antoinette, thank you so much for the donation. Do Japanese females act like this? They do, yeah, they do, they do. They don't sound like this. They don't go like, I mean, obviously, if I ever like speak like sound like that on stream, then you guys freaking would call me a weeb, right? Senpai is not the word for someone who's older than you, like an older classmate you would call senpai. So yeah, I mean, I guess the girl's like younger than Akira, the main character, right? No way people act like that here. Here, if you were in Japan, then like you have to know like some girls act like that though. What you mean like in your country? I don't know where you're from, but so girls legit act like this, and the reason why they act like this is because like they think they are cute for acting like that.
大丈夫だよ。俺のはカバンの中にあるから。
Hiraki is stealing all the girls. I mean, he was freaking popular like back in, like, you know, school. So.
そうですか。ありがと
う。なんなんだ俺は。死にてえ。
That freaking looks like a Tenga. Wait, that looks like a Tenga. Like she's like, ooh. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I really have to stop being 12. And by the way, I've never used Tenga myself, so I don't know if that actually looks like that or not, but yeah.
クソ長い授業だったな。まったく。
クソ長い授業だったな。
まだレッスンが必要みたいだね。
Why do you feel the need to specify? Because I mean, just in case like I was not right about that being a Tenga, if you know what I mean. Look how he runs here.
シンジ、いつになっても帰ってくれないんだ。
これ日本人の方すいません、これ翻訳間違ってて、これシンジいつになっても帰ってくれないんだっていうよりかは、これシーン的にはシンジまだ学校にいるんだです。すいません、これ後々見て気づきました。
そろそろ帰ろうかな。
というのも自転車を見てから言ってるんで、これ自転車見てから、oh he won't leave anytime soon, like まだ学校にいるんだってのが多分適訳ですね。すいません。And thank you, S. You have to have something to put in a Tenga first. You calling me gay? You calling me a girl this time? Wow, Google Translate is accurate. What the fuck? Google Translate is actually accurate. What's a Tenga? It's anime. It's anime.
一体どこに行ってたんだ。お前の傘はどうした。
お前の傘はどうした。 またあのガキと出かけるのか。これ出かけるのかっていうよりかはなんだろう、まだあのガキとつるんでるのかが敵役ですね。すみません。これ本当に、日本人の方、マジで言い訳させてください。これマジで、原稿だけもらって、実際のビデオ何も見てないんで、わかんないんですよ、状況が。実際はこれ、まだあのガキとつるんでるのかですね。すみません。これも多分これやってる人がインドネシアの人だからあれなんですけど、早く中に入りなさいじゃなくて入れなさいですね、これ。入れてあげなさいとか。それは仕方ない。本当にマジで大体何も見せてもらえないんで分かんないんですよ。文章だけ見て翻訳するのってむずいんですよ、マジで。マジで無理。けどやんなくちゃいけないから、仕事って。They do this, yeah. Normally they would also at least give you a storyboard, crudely drawn manga of the scenes. Yeah, they do that. So like actual companies like that care of like details. They do that. They usually give me a script and they give me like a pictures of like each scene, so that I know like what's actually happening and like what's being said and whatever. In this case, they just gave me sentences. もうなんか英語スクリプトと全然違う日本語と話しても OK でそうじゃん。試したことあるんですよ、ぶっちゃけ。これ。一回、大丈夫だろうと思って、マジで適当なファイル送ったんですよ。なんかSo yeah, he's saying like, so you can just literally say something entirely different from like what's being said in the English subtitles. Yeah, you can literally say that. I tried it once before. So the English script was saying something like, oh yeah, let's go out and have fun and something like that, right? And it was for like this kid show. And I tried saying, oh, I want to take a poop and I want to take a huge dump and want to go to a poop land and whatever like that. I sent it to my client. They accepted it. So I was like, God damn it. So I just freaking actually fixed it and just sent them the actual file saying like, oh, I found a big mistake, so just please don't even use the file. So yeah, it works. So like, I really want them to know that like any trolls are doable like in this industry. Cause yeah. And there are a lot of like trolls like who've done it before too. Like so as a guy who knows Japanese and English, like I've seen a lot of like trolls. It works じゃねえよ。いや、it works っていうか、だって確認しても彼ら日本語わかんないからわかんないんですよね、彼らも。だから通るんですよ、それ。この前びっくりしたのが、なんかなんだっけ、なんか、so the most surprising thing the most surprising thing I've ever experienced in my entire life was like, so I basically was asked to do a voiceover on like this picture book thing. And basically it was like for kids and whatever. It was like a story of how a smart monkey, makes a building and whatever like that. It was just so peaceful and whatever, right? And it was in English and they wanted me to just like do a voiceover in Japanese. And the script was like translated by somebody into Japanese. And I took a look at it and the script was like all BS everywhere, and one of the sentences was saying something like, and this girl farted on a guy while smiling gracefully or something like that, like in Japanese. And I was like, what the and I had to point it out, and I had to tell them like how this one sentence means like literally a fart, and they were like, what the F? Can you fix like all the translation like yourself? And I was like, are you serious? Like this whole book myself? Really? And they're like, yeah, can you? Cause you're Japanese, you can do it, right? And I was like, no, being Japanese doesn't have anything to do with me having the skills to, be able to translate the whole thing into Japanese myself. Cause 絵本は難しいのよ、翻訳って。Yeah, so that happened. It's like they did it on purpose. They didn't do it on purpose, no. And what's really, really unfortunate about them was like, so usually, so I'm a freelance voice actor, right? I'm a freelance voice actor, and I usually say whatever, like, you don't have to give me a credit because it's whatever. But they really, really wanted to give me a credit because, I mean, they were so thankful for me for whatever, like, I did for them. Like all the translation work and whatever, right? And they, I don't know if you guys like ever saw them or not, but like they actually started promoting their picture book, saying like this picture book was translated and voiced by Sora, and they freaking started spamming on my channel actually once before, and I was like, are you serious? I mean, it's fine, yeah, right, but yeah, I just never really expected them to do it. So I was like, you were actually smart. I didn't ban them or anything. Like I really thought that was a smart strat. So I was like, that's great. But yeah, you know, that's like how to get a YouTuber to sponsor their product without paying money for it. So I was like, oh, I mean, these people are actually smart. So it happens. It's like what I wanted to say.
SUTOKA
これ日本人の方わかります？これもういいわ、中に入りなさいっていうのをこう中に入りなさいっつってるのがなかなかセンスいいところであって。So this is actually one of the examples. Forget about it. Come inside, right? So what the girl, I think she's Indonesian and whatever, so she doesn't speak Japanese as like her first language. And I think she also translated the language into Japanese herself, or maybe she used Google Translate or something. 中に入りなさい. Yeah, so forget about it, come inside. She said, もういいわ、中に入りなさい. Which sounded to me like, whatever. 中に入りなさいって何？中って空とかそういうこと？ Come in the air? Or like, just start floating kind of thing? Because 中に入れなさい。いや、中。そうそう、中クエスチョンマーク。ほんとそれ、ほんと。中、なんか、いや、なんか、なんだろうね。難しいよね。この中に入るっていう、このね、概念。So yeah, it was, not really, 中に入れなさい。そう、その中に入れなさいっていうのを言っちゃったんだろうね、多分。So, it's not, it doesn't sound right. This is actually wrong, and this actually means something different. So, yeah, but this still got approved, right? And this is kind of what happens when you see like a Japanese, when you hear like Japanese voices in some things that are written by non-Japanese people. Usually a lot of things are either wrong or completely random. So it's like right but not right. Yeah, kinda, yeah. 中に入りなさいってのがね。What should the phrase have been? 中に入りなさい is like what she said, right? It's 中に入りなさい。Yeah, should it be 中に入りなさい then it makes sense. But 中に入りなさいって、中 has like a different meaning. Like 中っていうのはなんか air っていう意味にもなるから。そう、空間に入り、そう、空間に入りなさい。なんだろうね、これちょっと難しいよね、これね。中に入りなさい literally sounds like get in the air or like start floating. Like なんだろうこれ。This is really tough. Because 中に入りなさいって。中、the word has like some different meaning. And I don't know how to explain this because this is like freaking some fourth dimension level stuff. 中の中より中の中ってなんだ。だからその中ってのが空中の中なのかなって思っています、私は。空中とかの中かなっていうイメージでございます。Grammatically correct but wouldn't be used by a fluent speaker. It's not grammatically correct. It's the word is just different. It should be 中に入りなさい. It's not 中に入りなさい. So grammatically, I don't really think it's correct. But
おっと、あれ見てみろよ。
what's the dumbest voice acting you've ever done? I got this script, and the script was all about me going like, this is the coolest sword ever, and you have to rub this sword, and this sword goes insane when you rub it hard, and whatever like that. And I didn't know what the script was for. And a month later, one of my viewers like left me a comment on my channel saying like, hey, did you voice this porn? And he actually linked me something, and I clicked on it, and it was porn. And I heard my voice lines in the porn, and I went like, this hard gets sword when you rub it. And the girl was freaking like rubbing this sword looking thing, as in pee-pee. And yeah, I was like voicing it, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know like my voices were used for this. That was probably, I really don't know if that was done, but it was smart for them to get me to voice something in porn. I mean, that was just smart. How did it make you feel? I freaking laughed super hard.
見つけたぜ。
見つけたぜ. You didn't get told? We never know like what we voice though. Like that's just how it is. But that also like depends on like what kind of projects like we work on as well. 何に使われるか教えてもらえないの？それおかしくない？これちゃんと説明すると、so let me just ask you guys something. Voice acting expectation versus reality, yeah. だぜって日常生活で使ってる人見たことない。これについては、まあ、アニメだけっすよね。これはまあ、それはもうわかる。けど、アニメだと普通に使われてるから、まあ、許してあげてください。Alright. So here, the first thing I have to say is like, question 1. So, 声優業界とかダークサイドだらけでしょ。自分はダークなとこないですけどね。自分フリーランスなんで。So, let me So, in our industry, those two things are different, like voice acting and a voiceover. Like, do you guys know like what the differences are? Like when we say, oh, I do voice acting, oh, I do voiceovers. When we say those two things, like, we mean something different. I do both. I do both. But when they say something like that, like they mean different things. Like, do you know like what the differences are? And can you explain? Yes. Which do you get more though? I get voiceover offers like a lot more, like 100%. Dubbing. So yeah, that. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people know like what the differences are. So let me explain. Basically, when we say voice acting, it's when we have to like literally play a character, and we have to go like, and whatever, like we just have to act, right? Voiceover, when we say, is basically we have to just literally read a script and just have to do a narration, or like I don't know. We just literally read scripts and just go like, this is an apple and it tastes so great. Like, we don't have to put much emotion in it. Like, that's just what we mean, like when we say like I do voice acting, I do voiceover. And thank you, Weeb Streams. What's up, dude? How's it going, dude? And so voiceover artist and voice actors, like those two people are entirely different. Some people only do voiceovers, and some people only do voice acting, saying like, oh, I can't do voiceovers, but I can do voice acting. Like, that's actually a thing in our industry. In my case, I do both, because why not, right? I had to actually do a lot of like practice though. アニメの声優と番組のナレーションの違いってことです。番組だけに限んなくて、なんつうか、なんだろうな、オーディオブックも含まれるし、あとコマーシャルが多いです。圧倒的に。It's usually a commercial. Like they usually ask me to do a voice for like some advertisement. Like that's why. That's when we become a voiceover artist. And voice acting is like when they literally just want to make a game or like whatever. And let me just read the donation. Thank you, Doge from San Antonio. Hi, Dad. It's been a while since I last seen you. We had a few tornadoes here in South Texas the other day, but we're okay. Irma is doing well in Yotsukaido. She's bought so many things from the Mega Don Quixote across the street from her house. Yotsukaido ka. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. And what was I talking about? So I do both of the things, right? I do both like voice acting and voiceovers. And here's the thing. Why do I not ever know what I like voice acted in, or like what kind of things my voices are used for? The reason's kind of simple. I do both, which means I get a lot of like offers from like different people, right? And I get about 20 offers a day, and I have to do them all. At the same time, I have to talk to the clients to make sure if I'm doing the right job at the thing, basically, right? And there's really no time for us to know what our voices are used for, because like we don't really have time for it. Like the thing about it is like, even though they actually give us the link to like whatever they made with like our voices, we don't really want to watch the product because the time is important. Because if we have the time to like actually check it, so the thing about it is like here, so like this is like for example this one, if they tell us to just kind of check it to just make sure everything is fine, we have to do it. But like they usually never do, because like they don't really want to pay us like extra money for it. But so the thing about it is like, when we just like send us a link to their stuff, and they go like, oh, this is the thing we made with your voices, enjoy and whatever, we don't really watch it, because like we also deal with other clients, right? So we just go like, or we don't even click the link and go like, okay, so that works done, and now we have to work on the next one. That's just how it goes usually, even though they kind of tell me what the voices will be used for. So you voiced 18 plus hentai. Yes, I've done it before without me knowing like what that was. They usually are supposed to tell me what they use my voices for, but some people don't, and I still like accept it. So voice acting is like characters and emotions, right? So basically 興味深い真実は私もやっているので出していいと思う。So this is there's this channel called 興味深い真実, and this is a great channel because interesting fact. Facts? ファクトだったよなあれ。あ、ファクツか。So interesting facts っていう。So there's this channel called interesting facts, and they do this channel in English, right? And they wanted to just translate their stuff into Japanese, and they just wanted Japanese people to like watch their stuff. So like this is like the Japanese version of like their website, not website but channel, right? And I am the voiceover artist like for this channel. I do everything voice wise there. And so this is like a great example of like what a voiceover is like. When you do a voiceover, you have to just like not put any emotion in it. You just have to sound plain, like では今回はパパパパパパパパ Like you just have to sound plain.
今日は本当の幸運をご覧いただきます。衝突、崩壊、落雷、空飛ぶ斧、息を飲むような結末をお楽しみください。
That's a voiceover. And this is a voice acting, right?
橋本ちゃんの家に行ったんだ。
So like those two things are actually entirely different. And yeah, some people only do voiceover, some people only do voice acting, but I do both because why not? And I actually forgot what I even wanted to talk about. Can't you technically sue them? Sue them for what? Like, so they paid me, right? So they have the right to use my voices for whatever they want. So I really cannot sue them because like they bought our products, right? So basically, it's so what's happening is this. So this is, let's say this is my voice, right? They buy my voice, right? They buy my voice, and they are basically letting their friends like drink their like thing. This one, they bought it, so it's theirs, and they have the right, like all the rights of my voice files as well. So this, and it doesn't really make sense for me to even like sue them because it's whatever, honestly, because I don't really care. But yeah, ew, I know, but it's just how it goes. So you know what I mean, though. And Amnesian Toinete, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it, by the way. Thank you so much. Dr. Pepper's identity finally revealed. Yeah. And so Japanese actors don't have time to perform due diligence before accepting the job. Is it just you? It depends. In my case, I do voice stuff for like people from like every country out there, like outside of Japan. So I don't really have much time to talk to my clients that much. So I have to just work on the actual project rather than just talking to them and knowing like what my voices are used for. Sometimes I want to know what they'll be used for because like sometimes they legit seem like they want to do something that has things to do with like a copyright stuff, including like they literally wanted to make a fake whatever thing on YouTube, and when it's like that, I just ask them to just like show me, you know, their stuff, and I go like, yeah, no, never mind. How do you find a voice actor voiceover job? Freelancing websites are usually great, like if you wanted to do something. There's actually one more episode that I did for him before. This is like something I watched before. Can you voice a girl?
Like, oh my gosh, I really cannot voice a girl, because I don't sound like a girl, but I sound gay. But, maybe I just have to use some, like, editing software and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, I'm gay. Just call me gay, I mean. So as a hidden VTuber. And I actually got a lot of like offers from like some companies to be a VTuber before. I talked about it before, right? I declined all the offers because I was like, what? And thank you, Weeby Streams. Nice you become a female VTuber now. I'm not gonna be one though. Wait, I talked about it before, right? Like how some companies like offered me to be a VTuber and whatever, like that happened before. I declined like all their offers because I was like, eh. You guys know that like VTubers are mostly, so a lot of VTubers are like they were streamers or like voice actors and whatever before, right? So I do both. Like I do voice acting and I do streams, and like yeah, they thought I can be a VTuber, and yeah, a lot of like VTubing companies like offered me to be a VTuber, and I was like, no, no, because I mean, yeah. Thank you, Schlafrieger designer. Eh, that's gay, but can you do a Japanese girl voice?
なんかもう本当にいやもうわかんないんだけどなんか私ってなんかもうそのわかんないからわかんない何これ Wakannai.
So if you wanted to sound like a Japanese girl, you say wakannai, which means I don't know, because from my experience, Japanese girls say wakannai a lot, like wakannai, yeah, wakannai, because they think さすがに男ってバレるだろ。バレますよ。マジでバレるよ。本当に。実際そういう遊びやってみたことあるんですよ。ネットに出て女の子ごっこするっていう。日本人はみんなドクターペッパーまずいって言うよね。好きな人多い気がする。どうしよう。そこら辺のあれはわかんないです。Wave streams, thank you. You're making me start to question my sexuality now. I don't really think you have to question your sexuality. It's just whatever though in 2022. わかんないはわからない。Both work. If you're gay, you're gay. If you're not gay, you're not gay. It's just whatever. I don't really think it's that important like in 2022. Like, I don't really care about that to the point like I don't even think about it in 2022. So to sound innocent. So in Japan, being sexy is not a thing. It's a thing, but it's not like what they do in Japan. They want to be cute and they want to be innocent, right? So they, instead of going like, yeah, boy, you wanna see my beautiful thighs? Like, they don't do that in Japan, right? Instead, they go like,
I really cannot show you my thighs because I'm not confident.
Because that's just what's popular in Japan. So the fuck? That was scary. And thank you, Weeb Streams. Japan slowly banning ponytails in school. Thoughts. I saw the news, but that was really absurd, even for me as well. So I mean, yeah. Innocent versus sexy. Which one does Sora thirst for more? I don't really care. Neither of them. I mean, cause like they are basically the same thing. No, it's either the difference is just like so small. Isn't it kind of like so being cute, being innocent is like,
I'm so cute. Oh my gosh, F my vag.
So that, right? And being sexy is like, I'm so sexy and look at my thighs. F my vag. So it's like, so my honest opinion's like the direction's kind of same. No, isn't it? Well, like, am I just being a virgin? I don't know. Both fake. It's not that. It's not that. I mean, they could be genuine, but what I mean is like if they are like doing it intentionally, I feel like that's the intentional. Maybe I'm a virgin. I'm not really sure. Am I being a virgin? Wait, I'm actually curious now. Let me just ask you guys. Wait. Am I being a virgin for this, or like am I just being stupid? Like, I think it depends on preference. Some like sexy and strong. Being a tease is kinda different. Okay. I don't know what Soro is, but I still love him. Thank you so much for telling me that. Yes, okay. God damn it, I freaking forgot like people would still like say yes for whatever I do. I forgot about that. Damn. God damn it. You seem inexperienced. I mean, true. I mean, I really don't have like much experience. Like, it's not a character. Like, I do acting and I do like whole the playing a character thing in my life. But like, legit, I'm not acting. Like, I seriously am not experienced like at all. I know some stuff from like reading things and like watching stuff, but I have never really experienced like things myself. So yeah, you know what I mean though. And that's why I get curious about like girls in anime as well. 視聴者で卒業したんじゃないの？卒業は if you mean that like yeah, when I was 20, 21? How old was I? Reading and watching, yes.
この子には困ったもんだな。
They used a voice pitch actually in this one. この子には困ったもんだな。
かれこれ長い間ストーカーまがいのことをしてるぞ。もしかしたら彼女はお前に気があるんじゃないか。でももっと普通のやり方があるんじゃないかと思うし。
Does his voice like sound like it was pitch shifted like super hard to you guys though? Or like does he sound normal? I'm curious. I'm a sub so I can't relate to being a little. Okay. Same to be honest. It's just them sexual things. I see. And as thank you, you need someone to teach you. Sounds like. I don't know who would want to do that though. But yeah, you needed to be educated.
You need someone to teach you. Sounds like IDK who would wanna do that though. But yeah, you need to be educated. IDK who would wanna do that though.
IDK who wants to do that to.
IDK who wants to do that to.
仮に普通のやり方をしてたとしても僕のタイプじゃないんだよな。彼女変なんだよね。トイレにもついてきて用を足せなかったこともあるし。シーシおいおいふざけるなよ。彼女は女の子だぞ。最悪銃とかナイフを持ってきて脅してくるかもしれないが、そんなに危険じゃないだろ。まったくせめてやめるように言ってくれないかな。何度も
シーシュって日本で誰も使え。それね、俺も思った。正直それ俺も思ったんですよ、マジで。これいや見たことねえよみたいな。そもそもなんかなんだろうね。でもまあそうだよなと思って。てか俺が知らなかった、そもそもシーシュって。だから俺ググるしかなかったんですよこれ。シーシュってなんだろうと思って、この原稿もらった時にググって、あ、これのことかみたいな。And thank you, Weeb Streams. Make Rin-chan say sheesh. I don't think she's online. Like, I kind of wanted to call her, like, earlier, and I wanted her to say, like, my badge is tight and whatever, but yeah, she's offline, so.
ように言ったけど聞く耳を持たないし、ずっと付きまとい続けてるんだ。このことは先生に言えばいいんだよ。
このことは先生に言えばいいんだよ。
冗談じゃないぞ。こんなこと噂になったとしたら俺。
No, I never say sheesh in Japan, and like I didn't know what sheesh was like till recently, like really recently.
のカスじゃないか。でもお前まさにそうじゃないか。黙れ。
先生より先に警察に言えよ。ほんとそれな。
わかったわかった。彼女には言っておくよ。本当か？ああ、友達のためだからな。でももし彼女がそれでもついてきたらどうする？お前が言えばそんなこと。
Are these subtitles localization or translation? So basically, they wrote the script in English, and they gave me the script, the English script, and I translated the like whole script into Japanese, and I voiced the lines in Japanese, and they just like put the subtitles like there. So localization.
とはしないだろう。でもそれでもついてきたら、とりあえずやめろって言ってくれればいいよ。そうすればもう諦めるだろう。
It didn't seem like something you would say, which is why I thought it was funny. I still like to know what sheesh really is though, like that's the problem here.
君がアキラの言ってた女の子だよね。僕はシンジだ。よろしく。
I kind of want to. I just thought of like something really hilarious. I wanna get a Shinji haircut. I wanna get a Shinji haircut and be like,
僕は信じた. Like, I wanna just do that, cause I literally voiced them. And thank you, Lemon Jungie. For real, if you ever are going to be in the situation where you'd actually be F in a vag, as hard as it is to believe, it's how you use your hands and mouth more than anything else. Basically, you'll need to learn how to eat. What? For real, if you ever are going to be in a situation where you'd actually be F in a badge, as hard as it is to believe, it's how you use your hands and mouth more than anything else. Basically, you'll need to learn how to eat puss. She's just like, damn, bro. Oh. It's true, but you shouldn't say it. Oh. Really? I was gonna just literally Google how to eat. Never mind. Yoroshiku. And thank you, that one girl Miu. She's just basically yada yada does it. Like, oh, damn, kind of thing, right? But thank you so much, Miu. マジかよお前って意味か。I see. 喋らないタイプか。待て、これは一体。ふん。これは一体。ふん。やれやれだぞも言わないけど何日常で言ってる人がいたら中学生ですね大体、まあ、中学生でなんかそういうのに憧れてる時期ですね。僕もそういう時期ありましたけど中学1年生とかの時期にねなんかそういうの言ってたらかっこいいなとか思ってたけど今思えばめちゃくちゃ痛いと思う。変なやつ。これからはアキラに近づくんじゃないぞ。じゃないとどうなっても知らないぞ。じゃあまたな、変人。Can I do this in real life too? またな、変人。This is Yandere Sim. No, this is a game. Like this is a horror game, and this is like an actual like Yandere game, like where this girl like tries to kill you. Cause yeah, isn't this Henjin just a weird person? I guess yeah. What was the face? またな。めちゃくちゃナルシストはやりそう。だからやっていいのかな。なんかそういうのやろうかな。I kind of want to do it though. またな。Shinji's my role model. Oh, that was it. But yeah, so SAIKO no SUTOKA, this is actually a game, and it actually freaking blew up, and Markiplier even played it too. And yeah, it's one of you guys, right? Yeah. So if you guys are interested in the game, you can buy it and you can play it. It's apparently a really great game. Yeah, the game isn't bad. So it's a great game, I heard, if you like scary stuff. I've never played it myself, and I didn't know I even like worked for them like till recently either. But if you are interested in that, you can just like play it yourself. And yeah, this channel is actually really great too. Like they make stuff based on the game, like SAIKO no SUTOKA, right? And if you are interested in that, like you can just like watch their channel, because this channel is actually really good for what they do. Is it on Nintendo Switch? I don't think so. It's only on Steam, maybe. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to just like show you guys this channel, because like it's really great. I really never introduce you guys like what I've worked for, like what I voiced for, because
my channel has nothing to do with it, but this one was just really, really well made, and I got immersed in it myself, so I was like, oh damn, this is nice. So anyways, do you plan to play SAIKO no SUTOKA for stream sometime? Maybe not, because yeah, I don't know, I don't really think I want to play games on my channel. And One Man Army too, thank you. Hey Sora, the family and I had a great Cajun crawfish, I don't know what that is, and lunch. Also look up the Romance of the Three Kingdoms anime opening, that track is a banger. I'm gonna probably watch it later. I'm not gonna really watch it in this stream because I feel like if it's a song, I'm gonna get copyrighted and I have to probably like delete the stream or something. What did he say the name of this game is? It's SAIKO no SUTOKA here. SAIKO no SUTOKA. SAIKO no SUTOKA is like how they spelled it. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna get off now because it's been about 2 hours now, and I really feel like I should have a life and I should probably get like all the work done. Maybe I got everything done for today. And thank you, S. Sora's too traumatized by getting caught in the Minecraft IQ trap to play games on his channel anymore. You still remember that? What the f- How come you still remember that? How come you still remember that? What the fuck? Wait, now I'm curious. Is Rin-san online now? And thank you, Lemon Jongi. Wait. Thank you, Lemon Jongi. Whoa! Thank you, One Man Army. Cajun is also good old southern Louisiana cooking, by the way. Thank you so much for telling me that, and thank you so much for the donation, One Man Army. I will probably check out the thing you told me. Yeah, this thing later. And Lemon Jungle, thank you. How to eat poo. Step 1, locate that. Step 2, starting looking in gentle, repetitive motions. Step 3, if she tells you to speed up, then do that, or just listen to what she says and do as she wants. Repeat step 2 and 3 until she... I'm a virgin, so... But thank you so much for that. And Shula Frieger, designer, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much, love you too. And I'm gonna probably just take a shower and just get my work done and probably just... Okay, so I'm gonna just try to read everything for 3 minutes, starting in 3, 2, 1... Go! And thank you, One Man Army. Make sure you look up the 90s OVA opening because they are modern versions of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms anime. Thank you so much for that. Thursday one eh. I have something really interesting coming up. Like I thought of like this one thing, and I was like, that's actually genius. But I don't know if it's gonna be genius for everybody else. But thank you. Don't worry about it. We're not lightweight drinks. I kinda did it so many times before, so. And Amnesia to another, thank you. 純粋でありなさい。得高くありなさい。セックスを追いなしで空っぽ。Thank you so much for telling me that. Roblox stream, I don't really wanna do it because if I play Roblox, you guys are just gonna call me a squeaker and whatever, so. バイト行くねバイバイ、そのアーカイブ後で見ます。頑張ってください。Watch Weeby streams, thank you. Please do heavy breathing creep talk before you go. And thank you, Isaac Baksh. Would you consider online JP tutoring? I don't want to do it because I kind of do have some work already. As in, like, I have jobs already, so I really am not looking for other jobs anymore.
You're a cool guy and very approachable. Thank you so much for telling me that. I may have more needed to know Japanese in the future. Thank you so much for telling me that, but I really have like no interest in teaching Japanese, like doing anything about like giving a lesson about like that. Yeah, gay people are real, trust me. I think everybody knows about that. Yeah. Sheesh. Look forward to it. I've been doing it since I was like 12, so yeah, I don't know. I got used to it. I don't really think I'm good at it though, because like there are actually other people like who are legit like good at it. Like for example, Ichika. 今日は仕事あるのちょっとだけやんなくちゃいけないことあるかな。When are you gonna fix your throat? It's a genetic thing. Like my grandfather lost his voice like when he was like 50 something. He couldn't speak, and he died like 3 years ago. Harris Sharif, thank you so much for the donation. He can't fix it. No, it's something I can't fix myself. So be careful, everybody. If you don't wanna sound like this, if you don't wanna sound like you're messed up, then first be careful with like your genetics. You might actually end up sounding like this if you have a family member who sounds like kind of messed up like this. Like there's some chance you might sound like this. Be careful not to scream. Like if you do that way too much, then something's gonna happen to your vocal cords, and yeah, that's gonna suck because you just cannot stop bleeding for like a month. Yeah, that's actually a thing. And the reason why I sound like this is because like my vocal cords are freaking like swollen basically, and yeah, I cannot fix it really. But still, I can kind of control my voice, my vocal cords, so I can manage to sound normal-ish. So yeah, that too. Death metal screams will do that, yeah. So I did that before. I don't really do that anymore. If you listen to like my recent songs, I kind of stopped doing it, but I used to go like so. But yeah, how much is that mirror? I forgot. It's been there like since I was freaking like 15. So anyways, so that's it for today. So thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. And I'm gonna upload something tomorrow, and I really feel like the video I'm gonna upload tomorrow is gonna freaking just surprise you guys. I really hope, because like, so can I just like freaking show you guys the thumbnail? So basically, it's this. it's called when powering up in anime looks like taking up I've been thinking about this like for a while. I was like, when they do that, I don't know like if they're trying to be cool or whatever, but like they legit look like, yeah, it's actually cringy, and I made it like even cringer in the thing. So look forward to it. 10 a.m. in Japan time, and I freaking just made fun of like freaking, all the anime stuff in the video, so look forward to it. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow probably in the video. I might actually do some like stream stuff at night in Japan time too. I'm not gonna make any promises, but there's some chance I might do something at night in Japan time, cause yeah, but take care, bye.